A heartwarming movie that took the Sundance Film Festival by storm is set to premiere soon on Apple TV. Film critic Chuck Koplinski recently sat down to talk about Cha-Cha Real Smooth with its director and star, Cooper Raiff. Check it out.
Cooper Raiff, Cha-Cha Real Smooth. What a charming movie.
Thank you.
You know, one thing I've always been curious of with filmmakers and writers is where do the ideas come from? What was the germ of the idea that then grew into this film?
The germ of the idea was I was the mom. I was writing for a long time. I was kind of playing around with scenes about this mother of a disabled kid whose life stages were defined by her kids' stages and would be for the rest of her life. And a young mom too. And it's very much based on my mom, and Freud would have a lot to say about the movie. But that was the seed of the idea. And then, but that was a long time ago. Like, I started writing stuff like that in college. And then after I made my first movie, and people were like, what do you want to do next? I started kind of pitching that idea. And then as I was pitching, I started to think about, like, I came up with the idea of telling it through the lens of this person that I know well, this dumb 22-year-old.
So, you know, the one thing I really appreciate about the film, and this has got to be tricky as a writer, but all the characters were very distinctive. And as a writer, I'm sure you've got to be very careful of them not sounding all the same. But not only were they distinctive, but they were relatable, and I was like, I know that person. I know that person. What's the process of doing that as far as keeping them individual but relatable? That's got to be difficult.
It's difficult when you're writing, but the main thing is when you meet the actors and they're on board to play these different characters. Like when Leslie came on to play the mom, like, it was very much a lot of conversations to try to make it feel better for her and let her do her thing. And like, I really try my best to see the actor and the character on the page and, like, marry them and, like, help support, like, what's the most interesting thing that they could do, or, like, what's the smartest, funniest, like, most dangerous way for Leslie to play mom, or, like, for Brad to play stepdad Greg.
So you were open then, once you cast things, to change.
That's the whole game for me. Is like, I know everything's going to change as soon as I cast the character, the actor.
So how did Dakota Johnson come on board? I know she's listed as one of the producers, and that obviously must have changed some things.
Oh yeah, she was my writing. So I pitched her the idea before I even had a full script.
Oh, great.
So she was my writing buddy, basically. Like, I think the first time I told her about the idea, they thought I had already written the script, because I think I kind of pitched it as such. And then they're like, okay, great, let's read the first draft of the script. And I was like, okay, let me go make sure it's good. So I went away for like a week and wrote the whole thing. And then I sent it to them, and they were like, this is rough. And then, but they got, like, notes back right away. And they're so, we wrote it really fast because they were so engaged and excited.
Can you tell me a little bit about Vanessa Berghart? How did you find her? Was it an open cast? Or, I mean, she does such a wonderful job in the film.
She's amazing. For the 3 kids, we did like a nationwide search, and Vanessa's from New Jersey. She has never acted on camera before, but she has acted a ton. She had an agent. She put this tape together with her mom, and when I watched it, I, like, sobbed my eyes out. And she was very different than, again, very different than what was on the page. And I called my producer, Ro Donnelly, and said, it has to be Vanessa. I know it's different than what's written, but I don't want to have a single conversation or argument about this. I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to, like, work hard to make it fit. And that's what we did. Vanessa's the best.
Yeah. So have you been surprised at all at the screenings? I noticed online you had a great screening in San Francisco a couple weeks ago. Last night here in Chicago, I was talking to someone, and seeing it with a crowd, they said is different than seeing it alone. I mean, have you been surprised by the reaction at all?
Yes, of course. It's so nice to watch it in a theater, and with my first movie, I didn't get that, and with even the Cha-Cha I was supposed to play at Sundance, and it was a big bummer when that went virtual. so my first screening was in South by in Austin, and that screening was like, that was one of the best nights of my life, because it was the first time I realized, oh, this is why I'm doing this. Because I think when I made my first movie and it didn't go, like, everything, all of those experiences were in my pajamas, I just was like, on to the next one. And then when Sundance went virtual, I was kind of like, okay, on to the next one. But then I had a moment in Austin watching it with everyone where I was like, this is the reason why I want to make movies. And so it's been really special. Surprising, yes.
Well, I have a feeling it's really gonna strike a chord with a lot of people. We need something like this right now. So,
Yeah, I
Cooper Reeve,
hope so.
thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you so much.